Well, greetings, everybody. I am currently speaking to you from Mercer County, that is Salina, Ohio, and I've been here for a little over a week. I just wanted to announce that tonight, shortly after midnight, I'm timing this for the 7-hour drive south, taking advantage of the fact that I am in close proximity heading to Smoky Mountain National Park. As I made a promise to myself when I was there in January that I was going to get back in spring, and so rather than flip it back the 13-hour haul back to Minneapolis, I've decided to take this little excursion. And so for the next 4 nights, beginning tomorrow night, that is Saturday night, I'll be there Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night, and then returning, leaving Wednesday. So 4 good days in the woods. So just wanted to say cheers and stay tuned. Okay, so this is the first on-location update. I arrived at the park this morning, that is Smoky Mountain National Park, at around 8 o'clock. And by 9 o'clock, I was able to reach my current location, which is the top of Clingman's Dome. That's pretty much straddled in the middle of the park between the Tennessee side and the North Carolina side. Technically, it is North Carolina. So from here, there is a few places that I can visit before check-in at my campsite. The campsite I'm going to be going to is actually going to be exiting the park, taking the Foothills Parkway down to Route 129, and then re-entering the park. And it's right where my thumb is, as you can see there. So that's pretty much it for now. Weather is getting warmer. It was pretty brisk at the top of the observation tower, nice and windy. And there was actually some ice along the path, so it'll give you an idea how cold it was overnight and throughout the early morning. So the drive was a little over 8 hours, so I'm going to be grabbing a bite to eat, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, well, it's Sunday evening, and I'm on top of a mountain in Tennessee, in Smoky Mountain National Park. I am about halfway back from hiking to a location called Abrams Falls. Made a few pictures there, enjoyed the scenery. This hike I'm on, it's about a 5-mile loop, You go, it's a one way in, one way out, and I'm about halfway through it. If you're ever here, it takes about between 3 and 4 hours. So I think I mentioned it's Sunday. This has pretty much been my day so far. I started in Cades Cove on the 11-mile road, which is a one-way loop through some really lovely landscape. You're in a valley surrounded by trees, mountainside, and if you're lucky, you get to see some bears. Unfortunately, I didn't see any bears. So I'm parked at the bottom, still inside Cades Cove. So I still need to finish the second portion of the drive through that location, and then I will be heading back to Abrams Creek, which is where I'm camping, which is quite the remote. It's quite the remote location, as it turns out. I arrived yesterday, Saturday, around 2:30, 3 o'clock by the time I found the campsite area. And it's quite the drive in, one-lane road, very rustic. And I made friends with a couple other campers who were there also, and it turns out they're Tennessee natives. And such warm, neighborly people. Had a great time chatting with them. They shared their breakfast with me this morning, eggs and bacon. So it was a nice start to the day, a nice evening, making new friends, and it's nice to travel, you know, and meet people and become fast friends and spend time sharing, you know, stories and sitting around a campfire. It's just a lovely time. So I've got to pick up and finish this hike out of here and get back to camp. So we'll wrap this up. I'm standing on a mountain in Tennessee on my way to Rainbow Falls. It's about a 2.6, 2.7 mile one way. So I'll be hiking in and hiking out. So we're going to be short of 6 miles on this one. I put short of 4 miles in earlier this morning, so getting my steps. All right, let's keep going. There's a deer right there. One thing that bears mentioning is the elevation changes. Yesterday, I did a nearly 4 mile hike, and the elevation change there went from 1,600 down to 250, and then it went back up and back down as we followed along a river to reach another set of the falls. This one has been on my radar since the last time I was here, so hopefully she's as advertised. Let's have a look around and take a breath. It's really beautiful here. I was here in January and most of these attractions were unavailable due in part to the weather, but also due to the government shutdown. I remember I was making a video on the North Carolina side as I was returning from a shoot along the water. I don't recall what river it was at the moment, but I said I'd come back in the spring. I'm glad I did.